Harry Wilson from Las Vegas. Sometimes people will believe anything if you tell them in the right way. Playing pranks on coworkers is something that we enjoy doing. A prank we pulled off was so good that Brad and I remember it to this day, 20 years later. Rudy was a great coworker who loved having fun and going to Las Vegas. This prank occurred in the mid-1990s before the mega casinos were built on the Strip. Rudy's favorite casinos at that time were Caesar's Palace, Flamingo, Bally's, Hacienda, and the Tropicana. Brad and I knew he loved getting things for free. I sat down with Brad and told him we would call the company using an outside line and ask to speak to Rudy, who worked in the shipping department. Brad would tell him he was Harry Wilson from the Tropicana Hotel and Casino. Brad, Harry Wilson, would continue to tell Rudy that he was chosen to get a complimentary stay for a week if he could get 5 couples to make reservations at the Tropicana Hotel and mention Rudy, so he would get credit for them making reservations. The call was made, and Brad was so convincing as Harry Wilson that Rudy believed it all. He agreed with the terms to get the complimentary stay. When the call was completed, Rudy asked if anyone wanted to go to Las Vegas and stay at the Tropicana Hotel and Casino. He first asked his helper Adolfo, then he went to Leah. Rudy then went to the quality office, asking Malloy and Vern. Rudy was so excited about getting a complimentary week stay in Las Vegas that nothing would stop him. Rudy went everywhere saying that Harry Wilson from the Tropicana had called him and that he could get a complimentary room for a week there. No one was taking Rudy seriously. Rudy didn't give up so easily. In any free time he had, he would ask others. By the end of the day, he asked almost the whole company and had yet to be successful with anyone wanting to go to Las Vegas, which was only a 4-hour drive or a 1-hour flight. Finally, Rudy came to the X-ray department where Brad and I worked. He said, "Guess what, guys?" We answered, "What, Rudy?" He then said, "Harry Wilson called me from the Tropicana Hotel and Casino, and if I can get 5 couples to make reservations there using my name, I will get a complimentary room for a week there." Brad and I were astounded at how Rudy believed that was a real call and how serious he was. At this point, we couldn't tell Rudy the truth. We decided to let it go for a few days. Rudy continued to ask everyone, customers, suppliers, and anyone who came through the shipping door. No one believed Rudy, and no one said they would go. I think Rudy made plans in his head for what he would do in those 5 days. He loved playing craps. Finally, we had to tell Rudy the truth that it was a phone prank, but he wouldn't believe us, and he kept telling us that Harry Wilson had really called him. We didn't know what to do to convince him. We went to Leah, who always talked to Rudy, and told her what we did. She was upset with us but said, "I thought you two were behind it." She talked to Rudy and told him what had happened. He still didn't want to believe it, but he finally did. He didn't get mad but was so disappointed. Brad and I laughed at first, but then we felt terrible for Rudy. Written by Alvin Rivera.